We were out in the backyard, and as I promised last night, we were doing a sunrise service via videotape. The sun has just risen here in Long Island on Bayshore, and it is going to be a gorgeous day. That was a shot of the daffodils that are in bloom. A couple of thoughts, one from John's Gospel and the other from Mark's this morning. In John's Gospel, we're told that very early, while it was still dark on the first day of the week, that the women went to anoint Jesus' body with spices. Interesting that it would have been still a time when it would have been dangerous for these women to be out alone in dark. Different robbers and all would lurk until daybreak. They were not in the company of any men. The men were fearing for their lives, and the women went out there very early on the first day of the week, before the sun was up. And the love that they had for Jesus compelled them to get out of their warm beds and make that journey there to the tomb. We're told in that place there was a garden, and it's interesting, Jesus chose gardens to pray in and to be laid to rest in. He was friends with Joseph Arimathea. He was a follower of Jesus, and it was in Joseph's garden that Joseph's garden tomb that Jesus is laid. Second thing is that in Mark, he speaks there. Mark tells us that the women were on their way, and love many times doesn't take into account the things that it may encounter along the way, and we tend to think of love in terms of warm, deep feelings, which is part of it, but it also is many times love is many times reckless in what it does, in a good way. And so these women got the spices together, and they're going to go to the tomb, and on the way they realize there's a stone there in front of it that it took several men to roll in front. Who's going to roll the stone away for us? But when they got to the tomb, they found the stone had already been rolled away. And the news of Jesus rising, he is not here. You're looking for Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus the Nazarene. He's not here. He's risen, just as he said. Come see the place where they laid him. Who will roll the stone away for us? They had stones there in their own hearts, not the women, but the men. There was Thomas's stone of doubt, a heavy stone. There was a stone that Peter had of guilt for denying the Lord. And then there was a stone that all of the disciples had of fear. And yet Jesus rolled all of these stones away for them. They were unnecessary because he had risen. And so in our lives today, the heavy things, the things that weight us down, can be given over to Jesus. He's told us, cast all your care upon him because he cares for you. Peter writes that to us in 1 Peter 5. So this morning, as we think about Jesus' resurrection, and the sun is now up in the eastern sky, I'll pan around here and you can see it just breaking in over the clouds there, a few clouds up in the sky. We're here this morning thanking God that Jesus has indeed risen from the dead. He is risen. He is risen indeed.